Hi, good evening. Great to have your company. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. I'm back with you for my Christmas countdown. So in the last few weeks, I've been making creative things out of paper, Christmas cards, Christmas decorations, gift boxes, all sorts. And I'm about halfway through in my series of an ink. It really is. So I know a lot of people over at Janice's channel watching her at the moment. So hopefully she's wrapping up and you'll join me when you get a chance. But for the rest of you, welcome. Great to see you. And I know some people catch this on the replay. I really like that. Hi there. And do leave a comment if you have watched it. It's nice to know what you think of what I've made and the projects. So I'm just going to try and call up the comments on my other device so then I can see who's coming on. So I can see Deborah and Steph and Cheryl and Ellie and Janice and Jacqueline and Linda and Marie and Cindy. Hello everybody, and probably plenty more. So do say hello, especially if you're new to my channel. It's great to have you along. Hi Cherie. So hopefully you've seen the teaser. If you haven't, tonight is all about doing a sampler frame. So hi there Betty and Tina and Jenny. Oh, don't worry, Jenny, I understand. And hi there, Connie, great to see you. Right, so a sampler frame. A sampler frame is normally used with a box frame. So I've got the back taken out of this at the moment, but this is a box frame. These are available from most local good craft stores. And I did a day workshop this year and I did a Christmas sampler. Now, I can't take credit for the measurements. Thankfully, somebody on the internet has gone and put all the measurements on there, and I didn't need to worry about measurements at all. So I will shout out to that person in a sec. What I did want to show you is what I've already made, and then also tell you that I'm basically going to recreate it, but I want to show you how different it looks in a different colour. So Ellie says Hobbycraft have them for half price at the moment. Wow, these ones are about 9 inches by 9 inches. So Janice says she wants to make one. Great. Hi Janice, the other Janice. In this craft world, we seem to have lots of Janices. Can I just say, if you wanted to share this out, now might be a good opportunity before we get stuck in. I'm a bit distracted by my own bubble wrap tonight, hanging out my drawer. I always forget how much you guys can actually see. They're only £4. Do you know what size they are, Ellie? I'm going to tip you guys down. If I cover my, I can't find where my camera is. I was going to try and avoid, oh no, it's the forward facing one, isn't it? So if I put my finger like that, then you don't get the headache of me turning, oh, it didn't work, never mind. Oh, somebody's making date scones. Yummy while you're watching. Right, let me just try and, oh dear, right, I'll tip today. Bear with me while I just bring my light over, and so it avoids me knocking my stand. Okay, that's shining right on the stamp set. Okay, let's talk through the frame. So here's one I made earlier at my Christmas Day workshop, and this is using this stamp set here, the Snowfront stamp set. Janice has got flowery fingers all over her iPad because she's been making her scones. I'm a bit distracted because my nails got a bit jagged in the end. They have them from 6-inch squares up to 12 by 12 ones. Oh, amazing. If you're living near a Hobbycraft, that's a good time to go and stock up on your box frames. Hi there from Long Island, New York. Oh, wow. Hi there, Karen. Welcome. And breakfast in New Zealand. This is the amazing thing about the internet. I'm talking to people from across the world, across the pond. It's incredible. All different time zones. Janice has got inky fingers over hers. So this is the design that I came up with. And somebody said that they would like the idea of non-traditional colours. So I'm going to show you that on here. This is just on the board. Obviously, you've got to imagine this on the white background. And then I was having a little play the other day because I was going to show you how to make this. And I thought, oh, I wonder what it would look like in one colour. So if you had the stamp set but not many colours to choose from, I wanted to know what it looked like in one colour. And I had this idea about maybe a sepia vintage scene. And when I tried, it wasn't working for me. I didn't quite like the way it looked. So I got out, guess what colour? Hi, April. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, crafty communities do connect around the world. It's incredible. Guess what colour I've gone for instead? I've not got it out. I was busy watching Janice. She was just using it just now on her live. And yes, Night of Navy, good old Night of Navy. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to shout out to the person where I got these measurements from, and they are from Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi. And I've adapted her measurement, not adapted them, but on her original sample frames that she does a double layer, whereas I've just gone for the 2 layers, so the background colour and then the white layer. So that's what I've gone and done. If you wanted a copy of these, I'll try and get these up on my blog. Oh, that's for something else. Because it's just great to have the measurements to hand, and then you know what you're working with. I'll just show you a template here. So you have one long one, 2 shorter ones, and then 2 square ones, and they fit together beautifully. Once you've got these measurements, you can work with your layout however you want them. You could have your layout like this. You could have it like this, whichever way it works to make it into a square. Basically, you could even turn your work so it's like this, or you could have one standing up like this. So once you've got the basis of those measurements, you can really play around with where you want your layouts to go. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you can just once you've got the frame, you can even keep recreating different designs to go in your frame, or have several frames. So Night of Navy. Now let me just talk through. I notice there's a bit of a glare, isn't there? I could do with a nice white sheet of paper, but I don't really have one to. This is a little. Oh, I've lost everything to the floor. Hold on. Come back. Where all good things end up. Okay, so let's draw you in a bit, and then you can see what I'm talking about. Oh no, that's for the border. Oh, that's no good. Oh, so organised tonight, aren't I? Okay, like I said, I can put the measurements on. I don't want to waste loads of time doing the measurements. So the 2 Whisper White squares are 2 inch by 2 inch. They're nice and easy to remember. Then you need 2 medium sized Whisper White, whatever base colour you're using. And this measures 2 inches by 4.5 inches. And then one longer piece which measures 2 inches, so they're all 2 inches, but this one's 7 1/8 of an inch. Hi there, Prairie Wonders. Good to see you. Seeing if I've missed any comments. Okay, so hopefully all that makes sense. So you get your borders and then you get your inner bits. Okay, right. And here's some I made earlier. Oh, there's my sample of the sepia one. It was okay. I don't know, just wasn't quite feeling it, but maybe I need to work on it some more. But that was a sample of my sepia one. Oh look, I'm so organised. I've already cut those out. Now my aim when I did this with my class was to use every stamp in the stamp set. So I will try my utmost to do the same. Now off to the side here, I have got a sample of the ones I made earlier, but I don't want to show you that just yet. Oh, I've got one missing. Ugh. I told you I was organised, didn't I? Oh, that's not very helpful. Okay, I'll try and go by this. Now, in a sense, it's a little bit easier because you are doing one colour. When you're involving more colours, it is a little bit more, not tricky, you just got to concentrate a bit. Let's sort out this shadow. There we go. Right, let's get started. I'm going to start easy, so starting with the smaller squares first. Mustn't lose that birdie, look, nearly escaped. Okay. So we're going in with the Z, what I call the Z stamp, this kind of Z-shaped one here. Where's my ink? This is going to be one of those. There you are. Right. Let's move that there. Love the star to top the eye. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to see everything at the same time, see if this is going to work. Okay. Oh, those birds. I know. What I should do is put them in a little baggie, but I quite like the fact that they are, I don't know, feel part of the family, part of the set. So I've done it so that I've got the Z off to the left. I don't think it matters, but, well, it kind of matters because you must sit your house. Oh, what's happened? My screen went blank. I'm hoping that you guys are still with me. Can you just message, just make sure that I'm still going live? You're still there, great. So I think this is the one that I lost. What am I saying? The little square too. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the house. We're going to have a great collection of stamps. I'm just going to grab out my biggest. Ow, my fingers got stuck. Oh dear, oh dearie. Oh, it's on the back of that one, isn't it? There it is. Oh dear. What am I like? Okay, moving on swiftly. You want to bring the house in a little bit. It's going to sit on the hill. And we're going to stamp a tree on that side. So, okay, that's 2 stamps down. How many to go? And I think I've used the larger of the small trees, if that makes sense. And then we're going to use that ink up on your design so you can carry on getting a few more impressions of that tree, which is, you know, this colour works perfectly for this. Then we're going to use half a deer. Now, I'm a bit scared of stamp surgery. If you were on my sister's live on Saturday and the other day, I'm not a big fan. I only snip it if there's a trouble with the rubber. So I'm going to have him just hanging off the edge there, little deer. I don't know why. I don't know. Just, you know. People are telling me how hot it is in their country. Okay. I think that's all for that. Now, the other thing I've missed, and I'm just going to grab it out. Now, you can use sponges for this, but since I've got it to hand, I might just use my... Ruth is ruthless with her stamps. I'm a little bit more... I like to think I'm a bit more careful with mine. Although some of my dies go a little bit rogue, I must admit. So just giving an edge to this. We're not wanting to completely cover the white. But look at that little scenery already. Isn't that great? So that's 1 down. 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. Okay, we're going to work on the next bit now. And using yet another stamp, this long snowy stamp. Cheryl's just got this set and can't wait to play. Cool. Looks toile with the blue. Yeah. It's like the blue version of all. We have something in the UK called blue willow pattern, like crockery. I'm stamping 3 times on this, so you get this really cool kind of shaded effect. And it reminds me of that. That's what it reminds me of. I'm going to stick Mr. Snowman in the centre. Oh, you've got blue willow, yeah. Yeah, blue willow. It reminded me of that. Toile. Toile is like that Christmas paper we have. This one here, like that French kind of material look. I only know because I've been educated by Ruth over the years. I just try and remember what toile is, and it's taken me ages to be able to actually pronounce it properly. So I'm telling you now, Ellie, how to pronounce it so you don't have the same issues as I do. Right, let me just budge you over so you can see what I'm doing. I'm using the single tree and I'm going to pop him on this side. And then I'm going to go in with the double tree and pop those on the other side. And then we are going to find out what tree I've used. It might be the skinny one. I don't think it matters overly, but there we go. Using one of the little fern trees again. Just my sample a minute. Okay, I'm going to go in full strength because the way the stamps are made, it's not like a solid image like the tree is. So you can afford to go straight in with that colour. And then we're going to put the little birdies in the tree because they deserve to be in our picture. And the birdies star a bit later, so I'm going to put them nearby. And what I love about this set is they're very clever in giving us two birds and going opposite directions. And I've got a thing about the birds have got to face inwards. Sorry, it's just the rules, okay? And because we got a snowman in our picture, we're gonna make it snow. So I am going to stamp off this time and then just come in a little bit of a snowy background. Again, don't overdo it too much. Just going to rub on a little bit of blue. Now watch your fingers. I can feel like I've got ink on my fingers. Okay, so picture number 2. And these transform when they get put onto a background as well. So not only does the sponging make a difference, or the brushing around the edge, but it makes a real difference once it goes onto a background. Right, moving up, we're going on to the different size now. So we're going to have one vertical and the other one's going to be horizontal. Are we going to get another stamp set? Is it this stamp I used? I think it might have. No, it wasn't that one. It was the snow, this one, the snowy one. So I'm using this one again, but in a slightly different way. So working more towards the bottom of your page and going once and then creating some mounds, using up that ink. Going and just try and cover up my boo-boo. Shouldn't really keep crossing over because you get lines in your work then. And then the big tree is going to come along. Look, you can see how many stamps I've used already. Find a block for the big tree. So has anybody made a sampler? Oh, Jacqueline, yeah, birds have got to be facing inwards. I mean, it bugs me that the deer is facing outwards, but at least he's facing inwards on my picture, so I'm all right with that. I got to have an exception to the rule, haven't I? Sorry, I'm a bit croaky tonight. I've been having a bit of a sore throat, which isn't really doing anything. It's just being a sore throat. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. And then I'm going to bring in the smaller trees again. Just going to press it down to stick it to my block. And leaving them on the together this time, I'm going to stamp off, stamp them in the background like that. Bring back the deer. Cherie's made a sampler. This is my first one I've ever made and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to put these down a bit actually. Go a bit rogue and do something a bit slightly different from my picture. I need to stamp them again, you can hardly see them. This has been very brave, and I'm just going to go and stamp exactly where I've just stamped. Okay, I've got a shadowing on my deer. They got 6 legs instead of 4, but there you go. Should I turn him over? Yeah. Right, I'm going to do this super quick because that bugs me. Sorry, folks. You might want to skip this bit if you're watching the replay. Thing is, when you do something again, you learn from the mistakes you made the first time round. So sometimes I think you're kind of made to do things a second time sometimes. It feels like it anyway. Ellie says, no, I haven't. Would have done if I got my friends Cindy's getaway in Dallas, but couldn't run to it this year. Oh, you made a quilt years ago. Oh, that's exciting. I love the idea of a quilt. Stamp off once, stamp it on. Okay, there you go. Almost caught up. I've got floaty trees now. Oh dear. Sorry, can't be doing with floaty trees. There you go. And then it was the deer that was the issue, wasn't it? Just give it a minute. Well, not a minute. Just give it a chance to adhere. Oh, quilling. Bobby says, do I need to Snapchat to tell you stop? Why? What have I done? I can't get on with Snapchat. I tried to download it the other day again, but I was like, no, sorry, I don't get it. Right, birdie's in the tree. 1, 2, 3. Oh, super chat. Oh, have I got a super chat enabled? I must have got to get with the get with the monetizing. Oh dear. I am going to leave a space at the top. I have plans for that. Hey Kay. Hi Bobby. Let's cover up that boo-boo. I'm busting your chops. Yeah, exactly. You should have spoken in GIF. I would have understood you then, Bobby. Bit of a halo around there, look. Right, what I might just do is clear down this page. There we go. Turn him over so you can see what we've got. Right, there we go. On to the next one. Oh, I've got ink all over that. So no emergency side on this one. Right, this is the slightly more tricky one. You know, tricky as stamping goes. Thank you. Do I need that massive one? I could do with my. Let me just. Wait, shall me. Go through the blocks when you do this. Oh, I've had a productive day, which is always a good sign, isn't it? I've had to make I had a commission card to make today, and for a couple who I know, and hold on, I've got to concentrate a minute. Think about where I'm putting my mountains, and I needed to make. Why am I sticking? Something's got sticky on my. I needed to make them a card. I got already asked by somebody else to make a card for them, and then by somebody else. So I've had to make them 3 cards, but obviously make them all a bit different. So I managed, but you know, it's kind of like got to think of new ideas. Hey Vicky. So then let's put the. Now I won't tell you what I think this reminds me of, especially in that picture there. We're going to put the lake in. Oh dear. There we are. Lake. Yeah, it keeps me on my toes too, right? And then we're going to go in with the trees on the slant. And then we're going to stamp this again, just get that nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. I love that layering that it gives. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all those. See? Told you. Get the most out of your stamps. Get them out there. Get them used. Right, and then, look. 2 left. I don't know why I've used that last one. So I'm going with the big fern tree, and this is going to be for the foreground here. And then keep stamping so you've got a nice forest of trees. Maybe this is where I can introduce that last stamp. Then I'll really know that I've used them all. Okay, stick a few little ones down there. There. Right. One last thing to do, and that is to get our longest piece. I'm just going to move these out of the way a second. Now this one's quite simple because we are, sorry, I forgot to brush around this one. We're just going to do some wording on that longer piece, so we don't need as much detail. But you'll have to let me know at the end which one you prefer, whether you like it all blue, whether you like the traditional red and green, or whether you like the contemporary lilacs and blues. Oh, thank you, Gail. Okay, so I'm bringing back the snow stamp. Oh, Ellie, have you got the masks, the stencils? And we're just going to create a snowy scene on here. Just around the border. Jacqueline says, guess I'll be making this after work tonight, she says. Well, when you start using the stencils with them, it's like it opens a whole new world of possibilities. It's a bit like a splatter stamp. It's like, it's just, you know, when things look a bit blank, if you just, and because you can see through the masks, they're great. So that's all we're going to do to that. Now, you'll be pleased to know that I've gone ahead and cut out the letters for me to stick on here. So I'm not going to decorate this one as much as I did the last couple, because I quite like the simplicity of the colour just shining through. I'm impressed that I'm arranging these letters and talking at the same time. Jacqueline says, of course, I need to order the dies. You could, have you got any letter stamps? You might be able to stamp out the word. Or you can use glitter paper, but again, I've got to spell things right, haven't I? So remember, these are like script writing, so they are meant to be ever so slightly italic. So the more you try and fit them straight on, the harder you might find it. Or if you really want to do, you could do them all a bit skew-whiff and up and down. Now, I haven't stuck one of these down earlier, so just bear with me really quickly as I try and stick these down. And I've got something else to show you. You've got 3 stamp sets at the moment. Great. It means that you can use them to the max and get the most out of your... If you've depending on what you've chosen, you can use stamp sets in ways in which you would never know. Ellie says we need to order everything. It's just what you got to do. In fact, today I was thinking, actually, I'm going to bring out my bobby tweezers. Today I was thinking I am lacking in like a particular die. Actually, can I just say, when I do lettering, I don't tend to, well, sometimes I start with the first and the last letter so that I've got a basis to work with them. Kay says, place a long ruler beneath earth letters that should help you line them up. That is a jolly good idea. I should maybe line up my letters anyway. But because I'm being a bit unperfectionist and lazy tonight, I'm just mindful that it's going to take up lots of time, me sticking this. Yeah, then the centre letter, exactly. So that if you come a cropper, hopefully you can fit your letters in between, especially if they get knocked. Then you can just kind of rejig around them. So now's the point where you wish you had fast forward. Sorry, it's a bit like heat embossing. It's like, oh, come on. And I forget what I've stuck down and what I haven't. That's the trouble. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Just wait till the border comes. I did wonder about doing a, dare I say it, do a masculine video after this. I haven't thought about what I'm going to do though. Oh, thank you. Jacqueline says, happy to watch, better than doing the dishes. So what did you do tonight, love? Oh, I just watched somebody gluing some letters. You're listening? Okay. I'll keep talking. So, yeah, so as well as doing my... Oh, look, I'm nearly done. As well as doing my commission card that I needed to do for the wedding, I did Bible journaling. I like to do a calendar. I do a calendar with my customers once a year. Designed what I was going to do for that. And wrote the instructions for it. Jacqueline's supposed to be getting ready for work. Can you get ready for work and listen, Jacqueline? And now here's the moment of truth. Right, let's bring on... I've got two lots here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I wrote the instructions for the calendars. Will you show us how you make your calendars? Sure. That's for another video though. Even my customers hasn't seen it. I had this really, well, what I thought was a cute idea. So I managed to use that idea and use it as part of the calendar. So each year I try and do a different design calendar, so you're not got the same one. The first year I did an easel calendar. The second year I can show you what I've still got up. It's like a twisty one that folds flat. And then next year I'm going to do like a stand-up one, like an A5 sized. You can hide all your boo-boos. Nobody would ever know. So I tend to use the tab calendars. My boss is kindly, she gets some for work at the nursery with the kiddies they make a calendar every year. So the leftovers, she hands it to me, which is great. And I get to use what I want for my classes. So this is going to be mounted on a 9x9 Whisper White, and what I'm going to do, just to show you quickly, is not actually glue it like properly. So this is a denim bow. I love this denim ribbon. Anything denim. Yeah, she is a lovely boss to work for. If you're listening, boss, I know you probably won't be, but shout out to my boss. There. So I'm just going to bring in the reminder of there's the red and green one that I did earlier. So this is obviously a bit more sparkly. Added a few more elements on that one. This, obviously it's not stuck onto white, but it just gives you an idea of what it looked like in alternative colours. So this is using Balmy Blue, Gorgeous Grape, and Rich Razzleberry, I think. So that's a different version. So I want to see what this blue one looks like. So what I was going to say is, rather than me sticking it in properly, I'm just going to get a little bit of tear and tape on the back, so we've got an idea. So I'm going to do exactly the same layout as before. I mean, you can, there's not a lot, I mean, you could move that one over there, maybe. You could have it like that, actually, for a bit, just something a bit different. Should we do that? So just watch your borders. That's your kind of guidelines. You want to watch the outside borders, and you want to watch the inside borders. So don't go too sticky happy, just kind of take your time to line things up first. So I could probably do with going up a little bit. Okay, let's stick this one. Like I said, I get a bit funny about sticking things down properly in case I need to move them afterwards. But it's just, I'm just going to put a bit of tape on to show you what it looks like in the frame. Thanks, guys. Getting some lovely comments coming through. Which is your favourite? I'd like to know. Red and green, blue and lilac, or the blue and white. Right, this is the best bit. Is when you put it in a frame, it just completely changes the look, I think, anyway. So I'm just going to try and plot it in. Well, work with me. Come on. Here goes. Should really have that on the backing. So we've got a vote for blue and white. The one tonight looks very vintage, says Sue. Ooh. I think it's quite classic, isn't it? Are you ready? Ta-da! Let's get that glare off. Oh, we're getting a lot of love for the blue and white. I just think, you know, I'm just amazed that you can use one colour and it can, one, make it look so different, but you get all those tones and all those different depths from that one stamp set. Ellie says they all look lovely. I really can't make my mind up which I like the best. You're very diplomatic, Ellie. I mean, some people would automatically maybe go for the more Christmassy colours. And I think when you've got your Christmas decor up as well, you might fancy a bit of, you know, red and green. I don't know, maybe this is the sort of thing you might have up, have it up the whole year round. Well, maybe you might, but I don't think, you know, somebody might go, excuse me, but you've still got a Christmas decoration up. Oh dear. Jana says, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. This is beautiful. Thank you. Love what you've done with that set. I really like the red and green. Cool. So pretty. But the Christmas colours are great too. Blue spode pattern. Ah, Debbie, thank you. I'll try and remember that. Prairie Wonders, Debbie. Debbie quite likes the multicoloured one best. Yeah, you can make them interchangeable. You can, you know, not only could you change it during Christmas, but you could change it throughout the year. Bobby says, I need to order one of these in the new year. Oh. Linda says would be a beautiful gift. Thank you. Now, I was trying to watch something the other day and I pressed live chat and live chat option wasn't there. So I know it can be a bit frustrating. And that's why I try and read out the names and comments. Esther, I've just come on. I'll watch it all later. I like them all, but I love the blue and white. Oh, thank you, Gail. And Cindy says she might try it in green. Fab. Yeah, good idea. Ellie says, I think I might make some in different colours for my girlfriend. Yeah, good idea. I've forgotten your name already. Oh, Debbie. A great gift. Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of looks, you know, a bit expensive. I mean, and also, you know, that's taken 40 minutes to make, and I pre-cut the cardstock, so you've got to take your time into consideration as well. Well, I've gone all blurry. Green, red, and the blue. Need to find the frames. Yeah, I think I'm more towards the reds and greens, and I like the blue one. I wonder what will go up in my living room this year. Thank you, Ellie. Does help to be prepared. So I don't know whether to do a masculine card. I've got no idea what stamp set I would use. Somebody did suggest the other day about doing a one-sheet wonder with Seaside Notions. So maybe, I don't know whether to carry on the navy blue theme with Seaside Notions. What's your thoughts on that, everybody? And what I do is I'll stop this video and I'll start another one so that people don't get a bit confused with what I'm doing. But I could try and do that, Seaside Notions, possibly a different colour, but I think Night of Navy is so classic, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts. Ellie says, yes, please. I don't know why I don't have Super Chat. Maybe I need to look at my settings. I'm not sure how to turn it on. I will look at that for next time. Great gift idea. Put it in the frame and it's done. Yeah. Right, great. I'll shut this video down and I'll come back for another live using, I'll show you the set that I'm talking about. It's this one here. Seaside Notions. Okay, blue, and more blue. Navy's my favourite. Try purple. I think the blue for seaside settings. Okie doke. I might go for maybe a different blue. We'll see. Right, I'm going to shut down before people get bored of me rambling on about nothing. Take care. Thank you so much for your company. I'll see you in a bit. I'm just going to grab my cup of tea, have a quick sip, and I will be back once I've cleared my desk a bit. So give me about 2 minutes and maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Take care. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Do subscribe, and if you want to know when I'm coming live, you can press the notification bell. That will give you a little ding dong when I'm on. Cool. Is that Pat? Pat the Bling Bling Crafter. I'm just about to close down, Pat, but I'm going to come on back on live in a couple of minutes to hopefully do a masculine-y kind of seaside card. Stay there, don't go anywhere, Pat. Bye, everyone. Oh, Bermuda Bay. That's a nice idea. Right, I'm gone.